Welcome everybody to Where's the Line WTL, Nebraska's only sports betting show. I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
Jabron.
Jabron, the Parlay Pounder.
We're back.
We are indeed, and man, we got a heck of a week lined up here. I mean,
We do.
Starting off with, as they say, a bang.
Yeah.
Thursday night football. We got Friday night college football, and not only that, the Huskers.
The Huskers on Friday night against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
Working on a winning streak for the first time in a while.
Tied for the first place in Big Ten West.
Yes,
Here
we are.
Go.
Don't take away. Do not take
Can't
away.
take away from us.
But first things first.
Yeah.
October 6th, Thursday, 7:15 kickoff on Amazon Prime Video. The Indianapolis Colts are traveling to Denver to take on the Broncos, where the Broncos got it 3.5 and the hook minus 3.5 favorite, over under at 42.
Yeah.
Jabron, where are you leaning?
Well, Andy, a lot of books still have this at 3. You're saying yours is switched to 3.5.
Yeah.
I think it will trend more to the Broncos up until game time to 3.5, maybe 4 points. But if you can lock this in at 3, or some people might see it at 2.5 still. Hit that Broncos with that -3. I really think it's a safe bet for everybody. My safest bet, one thing that's almost certainty, Andy, that this game will not hit the over.
Oh, man.
Both of these offenses are struggling right now.
Yeah.
Both of these defenses have been playing very good as of late.
Okay.
Denver is just allowing 284 yards a game, which ranks them 4th in the league.
That is good.
Indianapolis is 2 spots behind them at number 6, only giving up 300 yards a game. I just really see this as one of these, Thursday night football games, 17-10, 14-10, 7-13 kind of games.
And okay, so you're saying you like the under.
Yes.
That's where you're feeling good. And I also like that under for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm taking a little bit different look at it.
Okay.
And that is that 76% of the money right now is coming in on the over. Like you guys knock that off right now.
Yeah.
And here's now we're going to go off the field for a couple other points here. Jonathan Taylor's banged up.
Yes.
He might not even play.
I think they ruled him out.
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean, just the verbiage that they're using in their interviews and the reports was like, well, that doesn't sound good.
No, I think Hines is starting.
I'm not surprised by that at all. Also, on the other side, Randy Gregory.
Yes.
Husker shout out. I think he's out.
He is.
He's on the IR, right knee.
Yeah, he has to have surgery for sure.
Okay, so like their defense, I get it's number 4, but I feel like that kind of is negated by Jonathan Taylor. It's probably a bigger impact that Taylor's out.
Oh, definitely.
And then also being the short week.
He is ruled out.
We talk about this every Thursday.
Yeah.
That it's a little bit of a watered-down game plan.
Yes, it is.
So the ball's not going to be flying around the yard as much. And if it is, I mean, don't you love it? You have Matt Ryan out there who's throwing 4 touchdowns, but he's also thrown 5 interceptions.
Right.
Squaring off with one of the best defenses.
No, exactly, Andy. Like I said, with these offenses, the Colts are putting up a league worst 14.3 points a game.
Yeah.
And now we're taking away their best player, Andy. Their best player, the number 1 fantasy player in NFL going into this year.
And the Broncos are only slightly ahead of them at number 30 in the league.
Yeah.
16.5 points a game, Andy. There is no way that these teams are going to light up. There's no points. It's definitely not hitting that over. That's my safest bet of the night. That 42. It's too much. It's too many points for them. And I really just think the Broncos at the end of this game get it done at Mile High. Like I said, I'm predicting a 10-14 game towards the Broncos.
All right, I like that. And something else we didn't mention, Javonte Williams.
Out for the year,
He's out for the year, too. So you got the 2 premier running backs, best sources of offense for both
Melvin
teams
Gordon show.
Out. I think what's going on here are people are looking at this as 42, and these are 2 NFL teams and 2 quarterbacks that you're traditionally thought of as they're going to light it
Point
up.
scores.
But Russell's, okay, well, if you want to call it cooking, it's
undercooked.
It's undercooked big time.
Yes.
You don't want to take a bite of that whatsoever.
I won't.
And Matty Ice, he's kind of looking like he might need to be put on the ice.
Yeah, he's on the shelf for me, for sure.
All right, so let's move on to Friday night. The game everybody's talking about. That is the Huskers traveling out to Piscataway?
Yep.
To take on Rutgers. 6 o'clock kickoff. 6 o'clock kickoff at the SHI, S-H-I Stadium out there in New York.
Yep. Game broadcasted on FS1 for all you Husker fans. Right now, Andy, we're sitting at a 3-point favorite. Over-under sitting at 49.5. Andy, I'll tell you what. I locked this in earlier this week at 2.5.
I like
this.
that.
This is easy peasy money. I told you guys last week that we are on the right track.
Oh, my God.
It's trending even better against this team. Indiana's a better team than this team.
They're better than the Rutgers. They're better than Rutgers.
They are.
Rutgers is 3-2, you know.
They are. And
They got a running game.
And Indiana's 3-2 now as well for some reason, according to us.
According to the Huskers.
No, I'll give you a few reasons here, Andy,
right.
that I don't like Rutgers.
I'm listening.
They were only able. They lost to Iowa 27-10. Iowa's decrepit offense was able to score 27 points on this Rutgers defense and only able to score 10 points on Iowa's pretty good defense. I really just think we are so much light years ahead of Iowa in offensive production that we're going to put 35 on these guys easily. I think pushing 40 points. That's why I am taking us by the 3, and I really like that over-under going over that 49.5.
All right, so the point predictor model that I'm looking at right now has Nebraska scoring 34.2 and has Rutgers sitting at 11.4.
Yes.
So that means, yes, we're going to cover it. And then the line below says, so if the best bet right now is Nebraska's going to win.
Yes.
They're going to cover the spread. And the total, though, goes under.
Yeah, at that model, yes.
Yeah. So there's some back and forth there.
Yeah.
And much like the Denver game we just talked about, 76% of the bets are going in on the over.
Right.
But this time you're hopping on board the public money?
I am, just because I really think that we can score points against this defense. Like I said, I think we're pushing 40, and I don't think that our defense is good enough to hold them to under 10.
We're not.
So I'm looking at a 38 to 28 game or a 38 to 35 game that
34-28, something like that.
Exactly, that we still cover, but we're getting majority of this over on ourselves, and Rutgers pitches in for the last 15 to 17 points.
You think they can help us out, take advantage of our weak defense?
Yeah, no, they will. Rutgers is going to score points. I think they're going to score points, but I believe that it looked like that our defense is trending in the right direction.
Yes. Okay.
A lot of stuff needs to be buttoned up.
It's a one-game trend now.
It is. But this team is not as good as the team we just played. And I think there's a lot of stats to back that up with. And I really think that Nebraska just got this moxie to them now. A little bit, a little bit, cooled down.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to trend in the right way, and I think they figured it out.
I'll give you a little bit on that.
Yeah.
That it does feel different for the Huskers.
Yeah.
For those that have been watching and suffering as a fan base.
Yeah.
Wasn't that just a great scene? Trev Alberts, the athletic director, handing Mickey Joseph the game ball in front of the team.
Yeah.
Like, that was just a joyous occasion. It wasn't staged.
No.
You weren't human if you didn't watch that and you weren't smiling. Like, you felt good. Even if you were an Indiana fan, you saw that and you saw a team just supporting the interim coach, supporting the athletic department, and feeling good about what they just accomplished.
Exactly. And all the kids were behind them, too, and it just felt really good to see all that, Andy. Yeah. And I'll tell you what was even better for me seeing is our coaches actually getting on some players after they made some bonehead mistakes.
They pulled Casey Thompson.
Exactly. And that didn't work out the way that he wanted it to, but he made his point. He made his point that
it also made his point better.
Exactly. We need you out there, Casey, and we need you to make the actual good plays because this is what we have if we don't. But some of the other bonehead mistakes, you saw our offensive coordinator get after people. You saw our defensive coordinator, interim, get after people that weren't doing what they should be. And I think that is what we were kind of missing, that kind of grit, that kind of show me what you got right now, and we're going to come after you with it.
A figurative leader.
Someone
that's going to tell it to you straight.
Yep.
They're going to give you, they're going to wrap their arm around you. They're going to give you a hug, but they're also going to set you down.
Yes.
And tell you what you need to hear.
Yes.
So that was refreshing. I'm just so reluctant because the Huskers are now 1-4 against the spread.
Yep.
And I mean, but it does feel different. I will give you that.
Yeah.
And the more you talk about that over, the more I like it, even though I hate going in on the public money, especially when it's lopsided as this. All righty, Parlay Pounder.
Yeah.
I heard you had a Friday night mixer for me.
I do. So, yeah, get on this one early, boys and girls. I got a 3-team parlay. I am parlaying the Indianapolis Colts Denver Broncos under. I locked it in at 44.5.
I like that.
It's going under that. My second leg is Nebraska at a -2.5. You can still get it at -3, which I still believe is a good bet. And then I got Houston versus Memphis, the over at 55.5. These two teams really ball out. They have no defense. They are just literally scoring points the entire time.
Yeah.
I think they'll easily get 60 points between the two of them. So I think this 3-teamer is a lock if I've ever seen one. So I am putting $25 on this right now, Andy, locking it in for a total of $97. I think that's good as you can do. Throw a little bit more on there if you want the payout, but I am sitting right here, and I like these 3 teams right here.
Hey, man, for once, I really like your play here. All 3 of them. I like it. You're I mean,
little logic to it
going
this
back
week.
And forth. There we go. All right, before we let the audience go, let's take a minute to recognize one of our fabulous partners. That is Play Action Pools, as a revolutionizing group hosting platforms. Make it your new spot for all your football contest needs. Play today at playactionpools.com. Don't go in there, folks. This is WTL.